What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Welcome to the RNEWS morning show. And let's just jump into it. From r/World News. Scientists discover 24 superhabitable planets with conditions that are better for life than Earth. I like to think that superhabitable isn't a scientific term. And it was just a misquotation. The scientists were just like, yeah, these planets are like superhabitable, rips-bomb. Which brings up the concept of supercohabitation, which is to say, the modern version of free love. Habitable does not merely mean hospitable to humans. Think of all the nasty, venomous, poisonous things running around Earth's equatorial regions. I imagine superhabitable planets could be a lot worse. Or, just maybe, we could stop wrecking this one. Dunno, seems a lot easier to just move. Great, when can I leave? I remember when our planet used to be superhabitable. WTF, just how old are you? I just turned and asked my hubby, how did we only just find a couple maybe habitable planets just a year or so ago, and now we found 24 superhabitable ones? I was expecting him to say something like technology is advancing, but he just blurted out EHHH. Because our standards are dropping. Quote. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/World News. New Zealand beats coronavirus for the second time with no active community cases as of today. NZ COVID speedrun any percent attempt number 2. Amazing that they pulled this off before the vaccine percent run was unlocked. They have the advantage of having smart people in government and being an island. I am so happy for them and envy them. They can have pretty normal lives while we just get worse each day. Edit. Thank you kindly you, Breezy, Bates and you, Sheepkin 114 you, Raven 52 for the awards please. I know that a lot of other countries that are not islands are doing well too. I know if they are strict with borders you close them and that's it. Still, being isolated and closing is easier as an island. You can have more control in your entry points. People talk about how NZ has advantages by being an island. But Vietnam, Cambodia and Thailand have all been nearly as successful with far less money, land borders, and a hostile Chinese government next door. It's not being an island. It's about being aggressive with lockdowns, tracing, testing and prevention measures. Plus you know, the UK is an island too. Safe to lick lamp posts again. Finally. Lol, these MF just taking a victory lap at this point. NZ is what happens when the world's billionaires demand their safe haven country to be safe for them. There's plenty of poverty here too, mate. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/News. Eddie Van Halen, guitar hero, dies at 65. No matter what type of music you listen to, you can't ignore the incredible talent he had. RIP. Oh, yeah, completely. He was by far one of the most important guitarists of the last century. He shaped so many genres we have today. I have to agree, I'm not much of a Van Halen, the band, fan, but even I know how important his skills with a guitar were to music and how his riffs still ripple through the music industry today. I have a few people I'm going to have to comfort at home today. Namely my mom. His playing technique is the obvious impact on the electric guitar, but he was also somewhat of an inventor. His guitar sound didn't exist, so he modified all his pickups and guitars to sound like what he heard in his head, and many of those inventions are considered just standard hardware on guitars now. Same with amplification. His technical ability will always be his legacy, but his tone and overall sound turned basic blues riffs into rock anthems for generations. What made Eddie Van Halen great? Besides his ability, it was his passion. When he played with an effortless smile that was absolutely infectious. I will miss him. I had this discussion with my wife a while back when she asked what made him a great guitarist. His entire life involved the guitar. It was like it was just another body part. For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge 2020. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/Politics. Facebook removes Trump post falsely saying flu is more lethal than COVID. I'm from Europe, so he's not even my president, and this guy still pisses me off on a daily basis. Jesus Christ. So allegedly the right enjoys the fact that Trump annoys everyone else. That pretty much seems to be all they get out of this. I just feel sorry for them that they're prepared to support a leader who mocks them behind their backs. taking their tax dollars and giving it to the wealthy. Their sub is proof of that. There's no actual conservative discussion going on there. It's all left slander and name-calling about how they're owning the libs and silent majority. I got banned from there for providing sources that showed how scummy old Donny Boy is. It's their safe space. Projection. Pathetic and spineless projection, that sub. So an illness much less deadly than the flu put Trump in the hospital for several days. Weak president. Did you not hear the president? He said he thinks he's immune. Too intelligent. I really freaking hate this butthole. He's getting people killed and does not give a frick about it. Are you referring to Trump or Zuckerberg? Yes. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/news. Facebook bans QAnon across its platforms. When they ban the Facebook mommy groups that are the foundation of every dangerous health conspiracy, let me know. Sounds like somebody forgot his daffodil enema today. I remember the days that I could easily assume this is 100% satire. Wow, just wow. Are you calling daffodil enemas fake and useless? I see you're trying to be cool and hip on the internet by saying in the past it was satire. But in the past science around daffodil enemas didn't exist yet, so yeah. Mr. Buddy, Mr. Internet Funny Man, learn to do your research like we do in our mommy groups so we can provide the best health for our children. Jesus Christ, even just making another satire post with you is mentally exhausting. I don't get how these freaking idiots can type crap like that and legitimately believe themselves. Edit. You sheeple awarding this post probably vaxxed your kids at it too. Stop spending money awarding this. Donate to Jenny McCarthy's Mercury Dangers in Vaccination Awareness Fund. This is 3 years too late. Should have taken conspiracy theories more seriously when they lined up with violent people. It wasn't a problem until they roped in middle-aged Karens with the child trafficking stories. Most internet-savvy users know enough to avoid 4chan conspiracies, but once it hit housewives' Facebook groups it spread like wildfire. It was always a problem. This is where those same people shared stories about Obama's birth certificate in Benghazi. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/news. Administration official, top White House aide Stephen Miller tests positive for coronavirus. Next up, Rudy Giuliani. For sure, if Moscow Mitch catches it. That's all I need for GOP COVID bingo. Edit, NVM. Forgot bar. Mitch will wear a mask and stay safe. He can't pass up the chance to raw dog the American people. Rudy and Barr in one day and my head may explode from excitement. My mother always said that if I don't have anything nice to say, I shouldn't say anything at all. With that in mind, all I have to say about Rudy and Barr is, he's already coughing in Fox News interviews. Pretty sure he's got it already even if he'll never admit it. A handle of whiskey and 3 cigars daily. Plus an IV of O+ blood before he retires to his coffin each morning, as a day cap. Just to be clear, this is not something weird at all. He got bit by a bat and ever since only blood can nourish him. The new thing now is to admit it and have a miraculous recovery to downplay the severity and use as a talking point for why COVID isn't a big deal. Quite a gamble. Let's ask Herman Cain how that strategy is working out. His Twitter says it's doing great. Good thing there's no lies on social media. He's gone to the cloud. Add another red circle to the White House COVID-19 contact tracing map. Edit. The link appears to have went down sometime last night. I'll repost a new link if I find one. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like. And if you want to see more of the RNEWS show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNEWS show and I'll see you tomorrow.